Hello, Kingsmen, and welcome back to the Total War Battlefield. Today we have a 2v2 1212 AD, which is, of course, the mod for Total War Attila. But we have a 2v2 sent in by, I believe, the player of this
The enemy is attacking our ally.
this Imperial faction, the HRE, which you can see already coming under fire. So, let's make sure not to miss anything. This is going to be, like I said before, a 2v2. You have the HRE and the Tutonic Order, and they are going to be taking on a interesting alliance here. So we have the Papal States on this left side, and then the Ottomans. Like I said, very interesting alliance between the Papal States and the Ottomans. I'm not sure if they would actually, form up, but they both are in a very strong position now. This is very interesting. So they're holding their position here, Papal States and the Ottomans, but the mass of the HRE and gosh, I almost said the UK and the Teutonic Order are over here. And what a mass force this is! You can see. Let's kind of look at the comps while they're moving up here. So the Holy Roman Empire is bringing some heavy spearmen. So a whole line of heavy spearmen, some medium bow archers behind that, and then some medium melee swords, followed up by some crossbowmen, and then their heavy shock infantry, 2 of them, and then the medium polearm infantry. Now the Teutonics are bringing 4 of their heavy spears, 4 crossbows, I believe, light crossbows, and then 6 medium melee, followed up by some medium polearms. And I don't see any heavy shock, but of course they bring a lot of cav. You can see a lot of heavy and medium shock cav, both sides actually. So that's gonna be a problem. Now the Holy Roman Empire is they missed a skirmish here. So Holy Roman Empire is using their medium crossbowmen, which actually pushed up here and got just shot to pieces. You can see by some handgunners of this Ottoman army. Ottomans have a interesting formation here. So they have their heavy shock infantry in the front lines, crossbowmen, and their light handgunners. I think there's 3 of them, along with more heavy shock infantry. So yikes! And then some heavy spears, some of course of the medium ranged melee, and then some medium melee. They are putting up most of their heavies in the front lines. They do have some medium pole arms, and their cavalry, they have heavy shock, and then of course just very defensive formation, but they're gonna be a problem just because of their shock infantry, which they have a lot of them. Now the Papal States are bringing pike men. Now pike infantry are deadly; they are terrifying to have to fight against. And the Papal States brought, let's see, 4 of them. No, they brought 8 pikes. Yikes! They do have some spearmen on the flank here, heavy spearmen on both flanks, as well as some heavy shock infantry, some crossbowmen on each side. The front have more heavy spears. Looks like these are all tier 2, tier 3, I think. By the way, they are going to probably start advancing here. Still, oh yeah, there is some Teutonic cav, I believe, in the back lines here, some light skirms kind of sneaking around the flank here. And this army, of course, Papal States are going to start advancing. These guys, I don't think they're still hidden. So as long as they keep marching and not running, they should be just fine. Look at this glorious, like, massive infantry here. You got the Pavis, I believe. No, Genoese, sorry. Genoese crossbowmen. But I really think 8 pikemen for the Papal States is going to be a problem for these 2 allies. I have to use a lot of archers, a lot of cav, and hopefully, I don't think the Papal States. You haven't seen the Papal States cav, of course, and they're using scouting, some light skirm cav to kind of scout around here. I'm gonna fast forward here. Maybe we'll skip ahead. Some skirmishing coming in on now. Some heavy shock infantry, some dismounted knights. That's gonna be rough. These guys look great, though. My goodness. But they're gonna close in here. I'm surprised there's not been really any readjusting. Both sides Oh, we do have the lights coming in here. They're gonna probably try to go for the general, whose back is turned here. You see, he's gonna actually turn around and fire back. Look at that. He's like, I'm not gonna face this enemy. But what happened? Oh my goodness. So they're gonna sit there and skirmish down the general here. I think. My skirms. Not gonna do anything maybe? Oh, they're gonna get charged by some heavy shock in our cav here. They're gonna split, let one of their cavalry take the hit here. And you see they're already starting to have some wavering. But oh, they're gonna do some jabbies to try flanking this heavy shock. They can run a lot faster, so they're gonna try to maybe tire these guys out. Maybe. Play a game of cat and mouse, as these heavies are gonna be very slow moving. And they haven't lost any yet, but these guys are not gonna let them just retire without a fight here. You see, they're just going to get themselves out of there. And this heavy shock cav can't do anything about it. So they're definitely going to tease. They should, yeah, pull some bows over. Oh my goodness, these jabbies are going to start telling pretty soon here. But they can't catch these guys. And at the same time as that's happening, we do have the armies, you can see, forming up on this hill. They are going to take the high ground here. Very good. And of course the HRE have all their calves sitting way over here, and they have a lot of, they actually invested in a lot of medium crossbow cav, like both sides, the HRE and the Teutonic Order, both invested in a lot of cav and a lot of not melee, but what's the word I'm looking for? Ranged cav here. So they may try to pick apart these spikes who are going to be definitely vulnerable to archer and javelin fire. They're being very defensive here. Oh, I do hear some crossbows, though, firing. Let's check on this heavy shock. They've lost a couple units here. And you can see archers are starting to fire on them. And uh-oh, they're going to get charged here. Yes, they are. But they're going to get back to the swordmen who are going to form up here. Oh my goodness, this is going to start telling. You see, they're starting losing some of their heavies.
The field of battle.
Yeah, there was no surprise there. The Papal States are staying in this defensive formation here. So, protecting their Pope, I guess. I don't know. Would this be the Pope? If the Papal States was run by the Pope? I don't know. Let's see. Let's see the general. Does this look like a Pope to you guys? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Don't know what it does look like, but this is a lot of heavy knights. And look, there's some deer just sitting there watching this whole escapade. Like, look at this. Got some deer. We're like, yeah, no, this was our ground first. I'm getting distracted. I apologize. All right, so yeah, that skirmish camp is getting routed. They are using artillery though on them, so that's gonna help. But look at all the death already. This is gonna be a bloody battle. This is just one brief cav engagement here. Most of these guys still have the javelins in their hands. My goodness, all of them do. You know you're a true. Oh, this guy got shot in the leg. All right, once again, I'm getting distracted here. We do have calves charging. Ooh, artillery making sure this cav is gone. Now we get back to admiring dead bodies, I guess. Gosh, they really don't want that cav coming back. These guys getting buried by the snow, but the Teutonics definitely don't have their skirmishers anymore. But they have their army in place, and maybe that was their whole plan all along, was to distract them while they got their infantry position, and then they hold the high ground. Look at that. In the distance, you see, like, trees and horses. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That looks awesome. looks so awesome. Tons of infantry just pushing up here. Teutonics, this is like, I feel like this is a perfect home for them though. You know, it's the snowy terrain. They're fighting against infidels by their eyes, of course. And HRE are glad to unite with them. Look at these guys' shields though. The colors, stark contrast to the black and white. But this battle is definitely going to be getting underway here, and the Papal States are far away from their allies. So the Ottomans going to get charged first, and they need to reform here. Get these, dang, these guys with their brightly colored shields here. This is like a, yeah, you guys need to reform. Meet the enemy. Already, though, some swords, actually archers getting shot at.
Bastards! They're fighting back!
They are fighting back, you are right. Enemies tend to do that. The conversations are gold, I swear, in this game. It's just pure gold. Now we do have, this is going to be a huge flank here. Look at all these skirmishers pushing up. Gonna push up the infantry, gonna push up as well. Are these guys tired? They're very tired. That is not good. You need to rest your men. I realize they probably were running their troops, which means the Ottomans have an advantage because they are fresh. But oh, the handgunners are gonna get some deadly shots in here, inflicting heavy casualties. I think where's the first casualties of this fight? Nothing yet, maybe. Nothing yet, but the Papal States need to get closer here as we got some heavy line infantry. Some heavy spear infantry. Gonna clash with them. All along this line. And there is actually a gap, as you can see here, where there's actually just some melee, not a whole lot of melee troops here. And the heavy spear infantry, we got a lot of medium infantry flanking around here, so the Ottomans need to reform here. They still have all their infantry over here. I don't know why they haven't switched it around. They are not, man, this looks bad. We got some heavy shock infantry, some dismounted knights attacking a polearm in the side. Ottomans, I think, are getting a little over multitasked here, and the Papal States need to get over here. There's cav that should be going in trying to defend the sides here. But here comes the Imperial HRE cav. Yeah, and at the same time over here we do have cav or archers getting shot, or basically caught out between the two cav. We have a lot of medium melee getting ready to form up and attack the flank here, and the Ottomans are just getting isolated. Look at this. We have heavy shock cav charging in. Oh my gosh. Alright, we're not going to be able to tell much unless I'm zoomed out. So melee infantry and archers just getting charged down. You can see, cause them to waver, losing decisively. This heavy shock infantry is stuck sitting here. They should be charging in the savings right now. Look at this guy. He has a freaking arrow in his leg and in his shoulder. They need to be charging them in, trying to reform here because they are losing, and all this archer fire is focusing down the heavy shock infantry. And mind you, this is just the damage of the HRE. The Teutonic Order is sitting back, resting their men, wisely resting their men. And guess who's going to have to tire themselves out a little bit, maybe? Papal States are going to have to either push up or just stand there and watch their ally get destroyed. And the Ottomans still have not pushed over the rest of their infantry. I'm surprised. Like I said, maybe just multitasking, catching them out, and that's okay. Their cav is going to get charged in the back by some heavy shock cav, possibly of the HRE. The Holy Roman Empire is doing an excellent job of just surrounding the Ottomans. We do have some pole arms advancing now. And the HRE are going to need a little help here. They have driven back almost the first wave here look how many men have been lost by the heavy shock infantry. Have been lost. These heavy shock infantry are just taking this medium polearm infantry on the side and just piecemealing them. And the Ottomans are, it's like they're gone. It's like they're AFK. I mean, they're not, but it kind of looks like they are. Their artillery getting charged by some heavy shock cav. Like I said, the Teutonic Order still very fresh, very healthy. And they have to be, because the Papal States are determined to stand back and maybe get some skirmishing up, but they're going to wait, see what the Ottomans choose to do. Look at this. We got some more shock infantry just getting skirmished here.
The enemy refuses to admit defeat. Their unit has rallied.
Yeah, we have what's left of the Ottomans. They have some handgunners here. They have artillery they're moving, but yeah, they don't have much left. Actually, they've lost most of their army, which is very unfortunate. Papal States are going to have a lot of work to do. We do have some Teutonic cav, which we will get a cav charge in on. Oh. And they're going to go in for the... ooh, spears are going to stop them, but not before they really batter them up here. You see the spears did stop them. They're trying to go for handgunners, and now some line infantry. The Teutonic Order is going to get engaged here. Got a countercharge with the Ottoman cav. Papal States still, because of this heavy shock cav from the Teutonic Order, they have to watch their flank, and they are not advancing. The Ottomans should honestly push back to them. You can see the Papal States actually formed up some of their spears to let their... this is kind of cool. They just have a line here, and then they have their crossbowmen here who are going to be firing. They need to protect their flank, though. They need the Ottomans to protect their flank here. Have them reform. Oh my goodness, look at this. You have medium melee infantry in the back lines of the Ottomans. They're just trying to go for anything they can. This polearm's almost gone. This heavy shock infantry. Ooh, we have a clash already, so definitely using their polearms to kind of defeat this spear infantry unit. Ooh, I have it on both sides. Spear wall going to help hold on this side. Oh, we have heavy shock infantry moving up here. You can see the cav going for some handgunners. What a juicy target to be able to kill. These handgunners are mincemeat. And Papal States, I think the Ottomans are trying to get their handgunners to the safety of the papal formation here to help out, but you see they're starting to lose them. Now they're going to send some heavy shock infantry in. That's going to really help. I imagine that these heavy spears, it's going to be a little tough. Oh, look at this formation. I formed a wedge right here. And it's definitely looking thinner on this side. But you see Ottomans are getting cleaned up. We do have a couple cav over here, some light shot cav. But the Teutonic Order is easily gonna... Ooh. Hitting... Oh my goodness, hitting so much heavy shock infantry. They're going to have to fall back as the handgunners are going to try to punish these guys for charging in here. But now they're going to have to run. Although this heavy shock cav is definitely very tired. I think they're going to get most of them into this safe formation of the Papal States. And you can see the death and destruction already. A lot of line infantry, or a lot of infantry that's going to need to heal up. Man, I keep trying to revert back to NTW3, Napoleon Total War. But yeah, basically, there's so much left. Look at this. We have medium pole arms still have not been engaged yet. There's another army still, basically, that has not really fought. The Ottomans have a couple units here that they can get back and maybe help with the desperate defense here, but Papal States are kind of surrounded. They're going to have to...
The men have thrown down their weapons and are fleeing.
Being a little too passive, I think. There's a big old gap right here. I would puncture this as best I can. These spears are definitely against the weight of this attack. I mean, what can you do against such ferocity? You can see the general up there, Tutonic general, just like, fight!
Our men are rallying.
It's actually kind of a cool shot. The general.
The general has been killed. Excellent.
So let's see what the Papal States will do. Let's see. There's some heavy shock way up here. They should not be charging into the calves. I mean, you could use them in the front line here, but they need to reform here. But I suspect they're just going to get skirmished down. By the enemy here. Yeah, they're just going to sit here and shoot them to pieces. Who are they shooting for?
A unit is running from the enemy.
I've seen graveyard.
Looks like we are going to have a decisive now push here. These pole arms.
Seniors, leave your section.
Or possibly in a second they're going to push. We do have Cav possibly going in as well. Yes, they are. I love this insert, being able to look at this charge here. So they're gonna try to basically keep the Papal States occupied on multiple fronts here, while they are attacking here with their excuse me, heavy spear infantry and then some medium melee infantry. HRE also are pushing in, but they're going against pikes. This is going to be a challenge for them. They have to get away around them. These pikes are going to easily start turning this battle around. Look at this guy. He's underneath the pikes. If they can get around these pikes, they could definitely do well. But you can see some heavy shock infantry going in to ensure the flank of these pikes. Basically, what you want to do maybe is keep attacking one area so they have to reform, because there's a lot of pikemen that are not being used in this fight. So keep maybe focus right in this area. That's where I'd focus. Also, put your archers and just focus on some of these pikes that are already set up here. You know, because the Papal States are not going to go down very easily. They have a lot of heavy shock. They have a lot of medium pike infantry. Going to make things very difficult, and you don't want to run out of men. Which this looks like they may actually be getting a little low. Oh, they're focusing their cav, line infantry. We even have another charge here. That held very well, actually, for the most part. I mean, they obviously didn't hold amazingly, but they did hold the first initial cav charge. You see, they're just going to keep charging back and forth here. Send the shock infantry in now. But they're going to focus right here. HRE going to do everything they can to maybe puncture through here and then get behind the enemy. We do have some spears engaging, some heavy spears, so heavy be heavy.
To the battle.
Another charge. Man, this cav is just trying their best. And they're getting tons of kills, but they're getting some kills, that's for sure. Still a fight here where these pikemen are doing a great service here. Is this an enemy unit in the back lines? What a brave dude. Just sitting there taking... When is he going to start attacking? Come on.
Flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Thankfully, like I said, they have some medium pole arms that have not been engaged yet. They have some line infantry, some spears, melee. I do believe that the HRE are almost gone. Like I said, they have a lot of troops here and then a lot of troops over here. They're focusing on two corners. Pikemen now forming up here as they know this side is starting to break, and they're going to charge in some heavy shock. Infantry to back up this heavy spears that are losing decisively as they're getting definitely outflanked here. You see the pikes definitely starting to really, starting to help hold this line as these spears are not doing too hot. Got the standard bearer. Look at this guy.
The men are running, cowards.
The cav, like I said, guys, you can see the Papal States keep having to send more people and more people to the front lines as they are getting pressure put on them. That is when this cav is going to come into being a very helpful, although it's getting charged by some heavy shock infantry. Hopefully they notice this, because this heavy shock infantry could easily kill this heavy shock cav. A lot of melee still, so a lot of archer fire on both sides here. Handgunners, crossbowmen supporting this fight. We do have a huge push by the medium melee infantry of the HRE, but being held back by some pikemen. If they could just get a thin column and just go in between the lines here, maybe that would help. I don't know. This is going to be tough for them to get past these pikes.
We have revealed their concealed men. The enemy are ambushing us.
And there's no pikemen to really back this one up. No guts, no glory. That's darn straight. They broke some of these pikes. The archers just shattering them, focusing on this one area. You can see just trying their best to destroy it. Now they do have cav, like I said, in the back lines. That's what's really going to save this fight. In fact, they're wavering. They don't have a general. So it's going to be very tough for them. These heavy spears going to try flanking the pikes. But I think the Papal States are starting to just be overwhelmed here. Look at this. They even have flank. They have some brave polearms that are going to advance against them. And you see these guys are actually losing.
They've given up and are running for their lives.
Man, they're getting slaughtered. You can see they are getting just killed so fast. They need to charge in and take care of these pikemen. They just slaughtered this entire polearm unit. My gosh, that was fast. Over here, these pikemen are getting charged in, being surrounded, but they're probably going to get some good kills here. The shields definitely are going to be a good service against these pikemen. But you see, they are still losing pretty fast. Ooh. These pikemen are starting to help turn the turn the tide of battle. But I don't think it's going to be enough. As you can see, they're breaking through on multiple fronts. These pikemen are getting just focused down by archer fire. A lot of archer fire. My goodness, this poor guy, he's like Didn't take very long, and I did it.
The men are losing hope.
Don't lose hope. You've almost won. Yeah, this is a mass rout now, and this battle should be over. Oof, Pyrrhic victory. My goodness. So as you can see, oh, this one's sitting by Dan, the TTT, playing with Mr. Adam, and they were against Ganda Marunda, and Papal States played by El Kebab. You can see these pikes. Where are they? 119, 177. I think they got the most kills. Oh no, some shock infantry definitely got the most kills. But actually, you see the army was pretty healthy, especially with the Teutonic Order. They were able to play. Their cap, of course, got killed, but pretty good. So excellently well played, isolating the Ottomans, and then taking on their ally while they were by themselves. So that is about it for me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you'd like to see more, you can hit the notification button, or you can join my Discord, or just, I don't know, keep checking back to my channel, and I post here almost every day. So if you'd like to become a Kingsman and support my channel as we continue on our road to 1,000 subscribers, I would greatly appreciate it. Any comment, like, support, it does truly mean a lot to me. I really enjoy reading your guys' comments and replying to them. So you guys have a great Easter day. Stay safe, and I will catch you all in another video.